So we're all aware of the phrase, if you're going to talk the talk, you best be able to walk the walk. Unfortunately, we're also aware of someone who talks all the talk and doesn't go anywhere. They don't walk anywhere. They don't do what it is they say they're going to do. These people can be unbelievably irritating for someone who actually does what they say they do. And these people can become a banana skin for your growth, because whatever it is about these people, they just have... You can't deny the fact that the one thing they can do, and they do really well, is be unbelievably infuriating. To have someone take credit for what you do without even doing it, particularly when it's something difficult, brings out these animalistic senses of entitlement in us, where we think, well, hang on, I'm doing all of this work, I am actually doing what it is I say I do, or a lot of the time, not even say that I do, I just go and do it, and I'm not getting any credit for it, I'm not getting anything for it, and you aren't doing anything, and you're going around saying how, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you're getting credit for it. It can bring out these real feelings of jealousy or anger or envy. Some really nasty emotions can come out as a result of knowing someone that does this. And the important thing to remember with someone who does this is that they are trying to be what you are. If you are someone who genuinely does the things that they say they do, if you're the person that does show up every single day and puts the work in, and you don't tell anyone about it, and they're the person who says they do it but don't actually ever pick up a pen or a weight, that person is trying to be exactly what you are. That person is trying to achieve exactly what you are. And at that person will never achieve what it is that you are. The person who says they do something and doesn't do it may get all of the external attention that their lies give them, but they won't actually get the internal progression that you get for doing it. And it's at this point where there is a divide, a fork in the road between being the person who actually gets what it is that person wants, being the person who actually gets the growth, or being the person that gets all the credit of if they did what they say they do. It becomes a choice between being the person who either gets all of the external validation and lies and doesn't actually get the growth, or being the person who stays humble, stays quiet, and grows in silence and gets what it is they're looking to get. This is a really helpful frame to look at this situation from, because it puts into perspective just how stupid the other person is. If you can look at that other person and say, well, you can talk all you want, you can say whatever you like, you can talk all the talk you want to talk, I'm just going to keep my head down and I'm going to keep doing what it is I'm doing, you can do whatever you like. That is a really relieving state to be in. Because as I say, it's so simple for these people to get under our skins and annoy us, because we feel as though we're being hard done by. We feel as though it's unfair that we're doing all the work and they're almost getting the rewards that we want for not doing it. Whether people like it or not, it's not necessarily a popular opinion. A lot of the things we do are for the validation of other people. Let's take the acquisition of wealth for an example. Of course, as someone who wants wealth, you will be interested in the prospect of a comfortable lifestyle. You'll be interested in the prospect of being able to buy whatever it is you want, or not have to worry about certain things, or take care of other people. Every goal somewhere has some sort of connection to other people. We as a society, as socialites, we do want the benefits of other people. Any of these any of your goals are applicable to this. If you want a peaceful, tranquil state of mind, of course, that is a very personable goal. And in that, you must think, well, this is just for me. But you have to remember that that is involving something like not getting angry at other people or being kind to other people. Point is, other people come into things more than we sometimes realise, which means that when we see someone else talking about what it is we're doing, and because what they're talking about is impressive, if they were doing it, they get all of the congratulations and the attention and the glamour as a result of it, of people saying, "Oh wow, that's so great that you read that book. That's so you must be really intelligent to do all that work." Or, "Wow, I didn't know you could fight. You know, you're training to fight. That's great." When we see other people getting this attention, it does bring out this primal sense of, well, where's mine? I want that too. And this is where it is critically important to remember that the reason why you do any of the the plethora of self-improvement journeys, options, whatever you like to call them, is to absolve yourself of these weaknesses. It is, without question, a weakness to be jealous of someone else. It is a weakness to be envious of someone else. It is a weakness to want what someone else has. You cannot let yourself fall down to that level. The whole point of doing the things that you're doing is to no longer have to worry about these things, is to get to the state of going, well, I don't care about what other people think. You know, I'm not bothered if you've got I'm not bothered if you talk about it, because I'm going to get it. And it's critical that we get that mindset in place, because it, as I said before, it can be a genuine banana slip for some people if they can really get stuck on this and get annoyed with someone else. Now, any time that you spend annoyed with someone else, to my mind, is just wasted minutes. There is very rarely any usage in anger and annoyance. So don't waste it on someone who can't even be bothered to do what it is they say they do. And this brings me back to viewing this person in an appropriate lighting. You have to put this person into perspective and realise that actually you are paying me a very welcome compliment. You are basically saying, by being the person that goes around talking about what it is that I do, you are basically inadvertently admitting that what I do is incredibly impressive and you wish you could do it. You are saying that you wish you were good enough to do the things that I do. And the reason you're not is because you haven't worked as hard as I've worked. That, when phrased in that manner, is a fantastic compliment. And it's one that you should take. Imitation is a compliment, and it can be irritating, it can be infuriating for someone to seemingly take your piece of the cake. But you have to remember that this is a long game. The person who talks is not the person who wins. It's simply not conducive to success to talk about something rather than doing it. And it's where the phrase talking the talk, walking the walk comes from. If you don't do the walking, your talking won't get you anywhere. And this brings me to a quote to round this video off. Arrogance is ignorance, confidence is evidence. It is completely arrogant, and ignorant at that, to think that you are doing the things you say you're doing without doing any of the work. Doing what it is, doing the things that you are doing, garners confidence, and at that it garners evidence of the fact that you are who you say you are.